Hello everyone, it's been another few weeks since my last update in the Spyro challenge run, partly due to me editing races for Games Raced Awfully Like Crazy. The Enter the Dragonfly race is now available on the channel, and it's as chaotic as you'd expect given how broken that game is. But yeah, we're back with the Flame Only challenge, no charging allowed, and as you can see, this is part of the thing that used to make me sad about Spyro as a kid. Like, you get to the home world after paying money bags, etc., and you start to see all the NPCs vanish. Like, oh, I shouldn't charge there, sorry. Not that it progressed the game in any way. Up there would have been Hunter, but, you know, Hunter's already given us the orb, so gradually the NPCs start to vanish until you're left with just Zoe and the occasional Allura. So, I remember walking around after you'd beat the game, and it was just so, like, empty. All around me are familiar faces. Alright, so today's job, we're going to tackle... Well, I say tackle, this is not really tackling. We're going to go under the water and collect these gems that we forgot underneath Colossus earlier. So I have to sort of doggy paddle around to get the gems. I think I only missed those two. It seems like I got the rest. And then, of course, I can't open the metal jars that we see around here. And in today's episode, I'm going to try and tackle Colossus. We can also see the orb up there that I actually have neglected to go and get. So actually, let's go and get that first. That's how you know it's been a few weeks since I last looked at the challenge, because I've already forgot what it is that I need to go and get. So I'm going to glide back this way, returning towards Glimmer, which is painfully slow as expected. Alright, and we're going to head into the pond where we can collect some gems. And miss a few more. Sorry if you can hear the clacking of my controller. That's the problem with swimming underwater like this, is you're going to hear me clacking the controller a lot due to how Spyro has to paddle at like a ridiculously slow speed. I've not done anything this slow since Croc on the hangy bars. Okay, is that all the gems? I think so. Okay. And we're going to claim our first orb of the challenge episode. Okay, putting us on 6 orbs, and we're going to do a leisurely glide into Colossus. I hope I got the gems behind the Colossus portal. That's another easy thing to miss. I'll have to check that upon exiting. But yeah, in this episode I'm going to try and do at least half of the challenge runs, maybe more. Depends how long it takes. So the story behind Colossus is pretty straightforward. It's a world sort of operated by, or so to say, inhabited by yellow monks who look very, very similar to the green sort of foremen that we see in Idle Springs. You know, I'd suspect they're related in some way, given that they're both Summer Forest worlds. So yeah, we're going to listen to this guy and see what quest he gives us.
A Yeti has been rampaging around our home, but we've managed to trap him by shutting all the doors. If you talk to the other brothers, they will open the gates and guide you to him.
Okay, so the idea is that the temple has been overtaken by a Yeti monster, and our job is to go and save them. Sounds intimidating. Alright, that took way longer than it should have to open a simple crate. Basket thingy. So the enemies on this game I'm going to break down in the next room. But we'll start with the fodder. The fodder for this level, instead of being a beetle or a sheep like the previous levels, it's a penguin with enormous eyebrows. Or maybe it's McDonald's branding being super subliminal these days, who can tell? Oh no. A giant statue of dentures is blocking our path. How will we get past this?
By concentrating, I should be able to open this door for you.
Now, you're about to hear the best sound in the entire game. It's so memorable. You just need to make that sound, and if people are like, is that from Spyro? Then you know they had a good childhood. Okay, we come across our first obstacle on this particular level. 2 vases that we cannot open, and it's a shame that we can't, because inside are 10 gems apiece. Alright, the first enemy I'm going to explain is this yak. I think they're yaks, but they look kind of like balls. They have only one attack function, and that's to try and roll on us. Being a big round enemy, of course we cannot charge them, we just have to flame them as they roll towards us. I guess you could just walk past them, but we're actually going to need to harvest their souls, which sounds really dark in a children's game. I definitely... If there's one thing I dislike about Spyro 2 is I don't like that the enemies don't drop gems anymore. I think that was like a really charming thing about the first and third game.
Who needs a key when you know how to chant like this?
They're literally powerful enough to chant and raise terrain, kind of like the wizards in the Magic Crafters world, but they're not strong enough to get rid of this Yeti. It's kind of interesting.
Enemies like those yaks are too big to be charged. Your flame attack should easily take care of large enemies.
Bit late now, Zoe. I needed that information like at the start of the level. I never really understood the placement of Zoe's hints in this game. It's like by the time she tells you what to do as a kid, like it's not useful anymore. Alright, the second enemy is a small enemy that charges you. It's a mountain goat. You can actually charge those enemies. Your charge is stronger than their charge, but flaming works just as well. And here's the reason why we're harvesting souls. We need 11 souls to activate this portal here. This portal's actually kind of useless, it just gives us a shortcut, so it's not all that valuable.
Each time you defeat an enemy, it will release a spirit particle. The spirit particles will activate the power-up in that world. If a power-up is inactive, you need to defeat more enemies.
So, opposite to Undertale, this game encourages the killing of enemies. It hadn't quite developed sort of the Jesus turn the other cheek credence yet. Okay, let's continue into this nice looking hallway. I have fond memories of Colossus. I think it was like a level I would start to see a lot as a kid because I didn't have a memory card. So I used to like spending time in this level. Alright, we also have another row of some 5s and I think 1, 2 gem. So we're missing a huge amount of gems just from not being able to charge. Luckily flame can destroy glass though, and we get extra life.
Hey, look what I can do!
Brother Curtis, thank you. Yes, I will ride your elevator. He will do that now for the rest of his days, for eternity. We've just set him on the path to laryngitis, or throat infections from non-stop chanting. Might explain why he's looking a bit yellow in the face.
Remember Hunter's advice. You will glide farthest if you press the X button at the very top of your jump.
How presumptuous of you, Zoe. Who's to say I didn't skip Hunter and come straight to Colossus after Glimmer? Maybe I never heard what Hunter had to say. Better try and figure it out for myself. Damn, that was difficult. Again, when you're a kid and the controller's big in your hands, little glides like that are actually... You're like, oh, this is a big glide. Alright, pick up some 1s, nothing too exciting over here. Kill some goats. Oh, completely miss a goat. What is he doing? Right, we have another spirit portal. Now this spirit portal is more useful than the other one, as it takes us up to a secret area. But we're still 1 enemy short, so we're not quite able to use it yet.
Even though I'm a vegetarian, I think you should kill that Yeti. He's pretty tough though. In fact, I'm not so sure you're up to it.
So every kid ever is thinking, alright, there's a boss. let's go and tackle this difficult looking boss.
Even though...
He just repeats himself. So let's do it.
I thought the Yeti was tougher than that. I guess he was all bark. Anyway, I was just guarding our sacred talisman to make sure the Yeti didn't eat it.
It's been so long since I've actually sat and listened to what he said. I had no idea he actually made the bark sound like a dog. That is fantastic. It's clearly supposed to be some kind of design of Buddhist culture. But yeah, so we've just got ourselves our third talisman of the run. It's some kind of golden statue. As you can see, we are not even halfway on gems, and we've missed quite a few due to not being able to charge. But that doesn't explain why we are so far down. We've not missed that many gems to be so far down. So we're going to have to explore and find the remaining gems. And there they are. Well, there's some of them. So we have some kind of crate, and we have 2 enemies. But you can see we also have 11 spirits now, so that's activated the portal. So if I drop down here by mistake, I can just bouncy up, and that's what this spirit portal does. It's like a spring power-up that allows you to get to higher places. So, alright, let's see where this one takes us if we go this way. Oh look, takes us up onto this roof where there's some sneaky gems hiding behind the temple roof. And some nice purple candy floss looking floor. And we see a new character. Well, not a new character, we saw him in the opening cutscene, but this is the first time we encounter the professor. And he's in a very well hidden location for a kid's game.
Oh, thank goodness you scared that evil spirit away. But now it will hide in the statues. If you were to flame all 10 statues, I'm sure you would chase it away for good.
Okay, difficulty. We have a 3-star difficulty. I presume it's not because flame the statues is difficult. It's more just finding them. Does he say anything else?
If you want to get rid of that evil spirit for good, you must flame all the statues.
Okay, you got it, buddy. So, basically, that ghastly looking Pokemon has infected all of the statues throughout the level. Our job is to locate them all, flame them, to turn them back to being golden again. Seems like they're offended by the idea of their golden cousins looking like the green guys from Idle Springs. And as we can see, there's a place to drop down here with only 1 obtainable gem, or 2 obtainable gems, sorry. A row of vases we cannot get to, a windowsill that leads to nowhere, and oh, look at this plot device. Alright, and we've got ourselves some gems sprinkled. Unfortunately, some have gone on the floor, which is kind of annoying because it means we're going to have to drop back down to collect those. But while we're up here, we might as well glide over here, kill this yak with no effort at all, flame our 3rd statue, and we cannot get those gems. I very nearly, like my thumb just twitched towards charge there. So I need to save state regularly to make sure I don't accidentally do that. Which save state have I put this on? Uh oh, I just save stated over my Winter Tundra save state, which is annoying. Because I use that regularly. Alright, so I'm going to have to drop down here, as I said earlier, to get the gems that sprinkled down. There we go. Glide over here, and if we recall, there are some statues earlier in the level that we need to go and get, like this sneaky bugger here. And there are 2 next to the vases we can't open. And believe it or not, there are no statues prior to this point, so now we need to backtrack towards where we found the Yeti for the rest of the statues. You could say that finding the statues is a colossal task for Spyro. Sorry, it's been a 10-minute video so far, or 15-minute video. I've not made a single pun. Okay, and we use our spring to get up onto this roof to collect a great amount of gems, and we glide over to this roof because it looks enticing. And we go off to this Star Wars looking cave. If only we saw like Luke Skywalker dangling upside down. We can't get those 3 pots again, which is a shame because they have a lot of gems in there. We can, however, get a statue. And just in case you were wondering, there's actually a few ways you can get to where we're about to go. So there's actually a secret way down there to the right that goes around like so. And there's also, when you kill the Yeti, that statue that drops down smashes these windows. So you can come out this way. Any gems back there? Nope. But there is a statue. Alright, we have 2 statues remaining. I'm trying to think where they are actually. I must have walked past them somewhere. Oh wait, I think I know where one of them is. Right, but while we're over here, we might as well do this area of the level. See some gems. This is our first interaction with ice physics in this game, which may only happen once or twice. They handle pretty poorly.
Ah, Spyro, welcome! We have found that hockey is a peaceful and calming sport. Would you like to join in a match against our goalkeeper?
Yes, I would.
You have 2 minutes to score 5 goals in the red goal.
Okay, 2-star difficulty. That shouldn't be too bad. Right, this is hockey. A very infamous orb challenge. Some runners actually include this in their speed runs, but a lot don't. Due to the nature of hockey. We have 2 minutes to shoot 5 times past this guy. Luckily, he's quite incompetent, but then again, so am I. So I'm expecting to get at least 1 miss. Two goals down already. Don't know why I keep going to the left. I should know by now that he keeps hitting the puck to the right. Oh, slide right past it. Okay, he's taking right. LeBron James with the goal. I don't know any famous hockey players, so I'm gonna have to do basketball. Alright, that's the speed strat that runners usually use. They wait until he hits the puck directly at Spyro and then he just gobbles it up. Could say that shot was a pucky shot. There we go.
Well done! Have this!
Well done, have this. Great dialogue by Insomniac Games there. But it's not over yet for hockey. I wish it really was.
Would you like to try a game of one-on-one? The first to score 5 goals wins. You are shooting at the red goal. Off you go.
Now, this is a 3-star difficulty, but this one's actually, I would say, quite a bit more difficult than the first round. I'd say this is a 4-star one for what this game's standard of difficulty is. Now, the cool thing is we can flame their guy, which is kind of like a foul. Right, I'm blue, right, so I still need to shoot at red. There we go. Get out of the way. Oh. He can't seem to pick up the hook. The hook? The puck. What, the puck? Uh-oh. See if I go off screen if he goes and gets it. No, he's stuck as well. Alright. I've never had this happen before. Oh, he can hit me as well. I've never seen him do that. Oh, there we go. Interesting. Oh, he got me again. Okay, we're on 2 goals, not bad. The red player actually has quite good accuracy, so you have to try really hard to keep him away from the goal. Oh, here we go again. I did not shoot there. What the fuck? I like how their goalkeeper actually passes the puck to their player, whereas my goalkeeper just hits it away. Alright, we're on 3. 2 more. It's a good job there's not a 2-minute timer on this, because I think it's been nearly 2 minutes already. Your best bet is to try and gauge where he is and try and get their goalkeeper to pass it right to you instead. Just 1 more. He's slowing down a bit. I think he's getting tired. He hasn't got the stamina to keep up. Okay, this should be it. There we go. And we just got a butterfly there, which means we got a skill point.
Well done! Have this. If you stared at it long enough, you might not see anything.
8 orbs, which reminds me, we have 8 statues. You can actually go back on here and dick around with the puck if you really want to. They basically just continue to play hockey practice on their own, which is kind of cool. Not sure what happens if I score my goal. Oh yeah, they continue as normal. I'm not sure if the puck ever respawns. Oh yeah, he does. He must keep throwing it back. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I've never really sat to watch if they continue playing. It's a bit unfair though, it's 2-on-1. Okay, let's go and find our missing statue. This is where charging around would be nice. So I know where one of them is. Ah, there he is. Must have walked right past him. Which means the last statue can only be in one place because I've not gone in here for a while. Whee! And there it is. Perfect. 10 out of 10 statues.
Well done, Spyro! You've scared the evil spirit away!
I took this from the temple. They don't need it. I was supposed to let that dialogue play. Whoopsie. Alright, that I believe is everything we can do in Colossus. As always, at the end of my run, I'll be coming back through to check I got every gem I can. But I think I'm pretty confident that this has been a colossal success and we've got everything we can. So I'm going to exit out of Colossus and let's see what our gem tally is. We've ended up with currently 620 gems, 9 orbs and 10 lives, which isn't really important, but... Alright, I'm going to end the episode for there, and I'm going to switch over to the no flaming challenge.